Hey everyone, this is my mango tres leches cake and it's perfect for you all to make for your dad or your loved one this Father's Day. So let me show you how easy this one is going to make and it's going to be so delicious. Thank you to my sponsor Amco for sponsoring today's episode. They have brands such as French's, Frank's, Bragg, Mountain Peak, Lucima, Caribbean Dreams, Naturally Almond, McCallum's, and much more. To start this recipe, we're going to add 5 egg yolks to a bowl, and to that add in 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. Now we're going to beat this until it resembles a light pale yellow color, like this. It's going to look a little more frothy. And then we're going to add in 1 packet of Caribbean Dreams instant turmeric tea. This is so versatile, you can use it in so many dishes. And also goes in some pumpkin spice. I like the taste of it. If you can't find pumpkin spice, you could also use a cinnamon powder. And I'm going to just mix that in. And then I'll add in my milk and my vanilla essence. Now once you've added those ingredients in, you give it a mix. Once it's incorporated, now we're going to add in our flour and our baking powder. I did not sift the flour, you don't need to, but if you wanted to, you can. And in goes the baking powder. And of course, all of your ingredients will always be listed in the description box down below. So gently mix this in. You don't want to over mix the batter. You don't want the gluten to form in the flour. So just gently mix until it comes together and stop. I'm just going to scrape down on the side of the bowl and give it a mix on the bottom to make sure that it's fully incorporated and there are no dried bits at the bottom. Set that aside and let's work on our egg whites. To a separate bowl, add in your 5 egg whites and mix to bring it to soft peaks. Now once soft peaks form, we're going to add in our sugar. And we're going to whisk until this comes to firmer peaks. Once it's at firm peaks, we're going to go ahead now and pour it out into that other mixture that we had and start folding this in. Be gentle when you're folding in. You don't want to deflate the egg whites. So you scoop and you bring it over. That's the technique. Once it looks like this, we're going to go ahead now and pour this out into our pan. I'm using a 9x10 pan. It's already greased. I use the butter spray with the flour in it. It makes it really easy. And we're going to pour that cake into the pan. For the cake batter, that is. Now spread this out. You want to spread it out evenly. Bake at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. And do check it with a skewer or a toothpick to make sure that it comes out clean. Now while that is baking, let's make it the milk mixture. Now this is not your regular milk mixture. This one, I'm taking it over the top. So we're adding pureed mango. We added in milk, whole milk, and whipping cream or heavy cream, a few dashes of bitters, vanilla essence, or mixed essence or almond essence can work. I'm going to grate in some nutmeg. We're flavoring this milk, so when it soaks into that cake, it's going to taste really delicious. It's not going to just be any bland tres leches cake. Some pumpkin spice and some pimento berries. Now if you don't have all of the spices that I'm using here, like the pimento berries, which is also known as allspice, you can omit it. You can use cinnamon instead. And if you didn't want to use a mango in this, you can make this plain with the spices. Give that a good mix. Now you want to taste this, and if you think you need to sweeten it, you can go ahead and add in some condensed milk. I'm just going to add in about 2 tablespoons here. Add as much or as little condensed milk as you need, guys. If you like more, add more. If you like less, add less. And if you don't like any, omit it. No fighting down me in this recipe. Now when the cake is done, we're going to take a fork and we're going to just prick it. We're going to make sure that that cake can absorb that milk mixture. Now I'm going to put in half of that mixture that we made, and you're going to see how the cake is going to start absorbing it. Just look here and you'll see how it's going to be absorbed into. Now I'm going to add the rest of the milk mixture, because I like this swimming in the milk, and for this you really want it to soak for a couple of hours so it really soaks in. If you were to cut it right away, it's going to be dry on the inside, so do allow it to soak. A tip I'll give you guys is if you cut your cake into small portions, the size you're going to serve it, and then place the final amount of milk on there, it's going to soak up even further. It'll soak better and it'll penetrate throughout the entire cake. So now I'm just cutting this into squares. It's a really delicate cake, so you want to take your time with it. And all you have to do now is plate and serve once it's soaked. So you see it's not thoroughly soaked through. You can also put some more milk over the top when you're going to serve it. Now to save time, we're going to be using whipped cream, store-bought whipped cream, so we don't have to use whipped cream. So on Father's Day, you just have to cut this, because you can make it the night before. Put your whipped cream and serve. So I hope you all enjoyed today's recipe. Try it. Let me know down below if you like it. If you're not a fan of mango, try a different fruit or a jam. And you could even make this plain, a classic Tres Leches. So thank you all so much for watching. Comment down below if you tried this recipe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone.